Hey guys, welcome back to Jack and Ann. We are back again with another video. Today we're going to be talking about 5 reasons why your relationship or marriage is not working. I think relationships has been really affected during this lockdown.
Yeah.
Well, it's not really a lockdown anymore, is it?
Pandemic.
Yeah, during the pandemic, I should say. And like people have, separated, and some people have started to realise, oh, is this person right for me? I think our relationship even got tested.
Puts things into perspective as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our relationship even got tested.
Yeah.
During this pandemic, but we're still here.
Well, yeah. I would hope so. It's not that bad. Don't worry.
No, it's really important because
it's transparency.
Yeah, just being transparent.
Real. Yeah.
We're not going to sit here and say we're perfect, we're this, we're that. No.
Yeah.
So the first thing I like to say is your relationship is not God-centered, or marriage is not God-centered. And I think, for a marriage, for example, marriage started with God. God was the one that created marriage.
That's where it came from.
That's where it came. He was the originator of marriage. So if your marriage is not based on God, if the foundation is not based on God, then it's basically very vulnerable and anything can happen.
Yeah.
So
you're also entering into a covenant.
Basically.
It's a covenant. You're making an agreement, and you're saying that you will, do exactly what you say. This is why you make your vows, and generally it's done at the altar.
Exactly.
It's done at the altar before God. Just saying, this is my commitment for the rest of my life.
And another thing I like to say about having a God-centered marriage, I mean, we're still working on that. It's we're not going to sit here and say we've got the best Christian relationship on the planet, and no, we're not going to say that, but times where we've really done loads of praise together, and fellowship with God together, I feel like the love was really obviously the love is there, but it's like amplified.
It's amplified. It's authentic.
You just feel so good about each other, and
but that I find that area is the bit that sometimes is fought the most. It's like getting into that place together where you comfortably both in that same frame of mind where it's like let's
do this together. And it's the same thing with relationships as well. For those who are courting and looking to get married, it's so important to base your relationship on God. Honestly, we hope to share more about how our relationship was before we got married.
Before marriage.
So it's so important. There's just a lot of things that could happen, that could go wrong, and if you don't have God there to hold you and the other person together. Okay, second reason why your relationship or marriage is not working is communication. Oh my God, communication. Literally, take it from me, someone who's been married for almost a year now, and we've been together for 4 years. Coming up to 4 years.
Well, it's been about 4 years.
It's about 4 years. 4 years together, almost 1 year married. Communication is so important. You have to communicate.
Yeah.
You have to talk. If there's something on your mind, obviously don't come to your partner being very antagonistic or anything. But literally come to them in love and communicate how you feel.
I would say that's one of the biggest challenges. It is a challenge. It's coming to each other in a way where it's easy for us to say it now. You come to each other and in a loving way, but when you're annoyed about something or there's something you don't like, it's not always easy just to come across in that kind of a way. So you have to really work up communication. I think communication breakdown is one of the biggest reasons for divorce, for relationships breaking up. because there's no understanding there. That leads on to the next.
So the third reason why your relationship or marriage is not working is selflessness.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if you want to touch on that.
Selflessness.
What does it actually mean?
Encompasses a lot of things.
What does it mean to be selfless in a marriage/relationship?
Okay, to put it simply, it's not thinking of yourself. It's putting somebody else first, i.e. in this context, your wife or your partner, or even if it's a friendship, putting other people first. Could even be family. Would take it down even as far as that. Could be family or friends. And it's just about not thinking about yourself, not, for example, your wife says to you, and I think I've used this example, similar thing before, but it's like, if you're a lad, I'm just going to speak from a man's perspective, and your wife is like, I want to do, I want to stay in tonight, and I want to watch, let's watch this program, and you don't really want to watch it because it's not your thing, and then the lads send you a text, and it's like, come over after work, come for a beer, come to the pub or whatever, or come and chill out. Let's go and let's play football or whatever.
Chill the boys.
Now if you're not a selfless person, you're gonna do what you want to do. Yeah. You're gonna go out with the boys, and you're gonna say, "Don't worry, we'll do something later." But you might not want to watch that program. Yeah. But that's a selfless act. If you go back, spend that time, even if you don't enjoy it, even if it's not quite what you like and what you want to do, you're being selfless. You're not thinking about yourself and your own needs. You're actually thinking about satisfying your partner's needs.
But one thing I like to say is we're not saying selflessness in the sense that you literally ignore your life.
Of course.
You literally just live in the dirt, don't do anything to improve yourself as a person, and just focus on that man or that one. We're not saying that. We're saying selflessness in the sense that you're showing that love, showing that person that, you know what, I'm thinking about you, and in certain situations you're really showing that affection towards that person, because in doing that it actually makes the other person think, okay, this person's really thinking of me, this person actually really loves me. It's very easy for us to say, oh, I'm selfless, I'm this, I love you, but if you don't show those things, if you don't have those actions, if you don't actually do what you say, then are you really selfless?
But what one thing as well, some people will abuse the fact that you're selfless as well. So
it's got to be the right
we're not
person,
saying
really.
There needs to be a balance. You can't be abusing either side. So have that time with your partner. There's going to be times you don't want to do certain things, but you do it because out of love and to be selfless. And of course, there's going to be times where you need to say no.
Essentially, you're compromising.
It's compromise. That's
you just
perfect.
have to compromise.
Compromise and sacrifice. Add that one in. Sacrifice.
I would say when you're being selfless, I want to use that more in the context of a marriage, because in a relationship, you don't know if you're going to end up with that person for the rest of your life. You don't.
True.
I mean, it's good, but I would be careful with that one, because some people could, as Jack said, some people could take that for advantage. They can take advantage of it. So you just have to be sure that this is the person, this is the right person. I'm showing that characteristic of myself too. So okay. So fourth reason is pride.
Ooh. Big one.
Pride is a very, very big thing,
Pride comes before a fall. This is what the Bible tells us. Pride comes before a fall, and pride is pretty much one of the things that destroys so many people's lives. You never want to admit that you're doing anything wrong. You're never in the wrong. You're faultless, and you can't own up to certain things. And in a marriage, it's like if you're both exhibiting pride, it's like you're just going to be at war. You're going to be constantly, I'm right, no, and you're wrong.
Or
no,
thinking
I'm right,
you're better than
thinking
your other half.
Or you're better, or you have some form of, right, or it's just bad. Yeah.
I would say it's the opposite of like being selfless.
Yeah,
it's really you can't have that at all. Even like in relationships, you cannot be having pride. What's the point of being with the person in the first place? Yeah. How are you going to show love to that other person if you're proud? If you've got that thing about yourself, how will you actually really show love? Because it says in the Bible, love is patient, love is this, love is that, love is that. How are you going to show
love isn't proud?
Exactly. How are you going to be showing that love and affection and care to someone else if you are proud? And final thing is patience.
Yeah.
This is a massive thing, especially in marriages. Like, I've experienced it since I got married. Like, please don't, if you're getting married, very soon, don't think, oh, when I get married, it's all happy clappy. No.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's bad, but...
No, it's great, but...
When the day you say I do, or after the day, when you start living together and everything, that's when your marriage starts. Your marriage doesn't start when you say, I do.
No. And all of the some marriages some people have obviously had different experiences, but it's like the majority of people out there, the reason why divorce rate's so high is because they experience this. They get into a marriage thinking this is what it is, or they rush into it, and then when they actually get in and you realise that you start finding out things about each other
it's
that
not what
maybe
I thought it was.
It's not what you thought. Characteristics, personality, but all of these things start to surface and it becomes challenging, and then this is when people normally throw in the towel because it's like, well, I never asked for this,
or I can't be bothered,
or
I don't want to work with this.
So you need a lot of patience.
You need a lot of patience.
It develops your character, and you need to just be patient with each other because you're still getting to know each other. You're still getting to know each other. You've married because you loved each other. There's no question in that, unless it was just very rational and very rushed, and but the majority of people get married because you love each other, or at least you feel you love each other, and then when you get into the marriage, you thing to do is you need to learn how to navigate. You need to learn how to be patient, and then you need to learn how to be selfless. Okay, how can I let me be patient, let me be selfless, let me tackle this in a different way, and that way you're not being fake. Don't be fake.
Be yourself.
Be yourself
before you get married. There's something I always used to say to Jack before we ended up getting married, was you need to see all different parts of me. You need to see the ugliest part of me and the prettiest part of me.
And I think I did.
Yeah.
And we still got married.
Yeah. So make sure you see the ugliest part.
Yeah. Don't fake it all the way.
Prettiest part of your partner.
Yeah.
So. But anyways,
Cool.
So those are the 5 things. I really hope this video helps you guys, helps someone out there, honestly. If you've got any video requests, please don't forget to put it in the comment section or description bar. And we will see you guys in our next video.
Yes.
Bye.